Hello, I'm Executive Chef Joseph Schutza. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I'd like to share with you my procedure and recipe for preparing another classic, Salmon Florentine. Although Florentine is just a French term that means in the style of Florence, as in Florence, Italy. Traditionally the dish was done, or most often it was done with eggs or fish. But modern times you see a lot of people making it with chicken, which makes it an awesome variation. So join me now as I show you how to prepare Salmon Florentine. Well, to begin, we're gonna make a Béchamel. And with that, let's start with our milk. We're gonna go ahead and scald our milk. And as that's coming up to temperature, we are gonna work on making our roux. To make the roux, let's melt our butter over medium-high heat in a saute pan, and let's add our flour. Keep in mind, to make a roux, you want equal parts flour and fat based on weight, not volume. So we're going to stir this around until all of the flour absorbs into the fat, and we're gonna go ahead and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. We don't really want it to get too dark. We want to maintain what's called a blanc roux because our finishing sauce is going to be white. Now that our roux has been cooking for about 2 minutes, starting to bubble up nicely, let's go ahead and remove it from the heat. So when making your bechamel, one thing you want to add is called onion piqué. So you take a piece of onion or a shallot in this case, doesn't matter. So I'll take one small piece of that, a bay leaf, and a clove. And I will stick it in there like this. It sticks together. And we're gonna go ahead and lay that into our milk. The milk, to scald it properly, you wanna get it up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So now that our milk is at 180 degrees Fahrenheit, let's go ahead and gently add our roux to that. Be careful with the roux. Roux gets really, really hot, and I'm telling you, some of the worst burns ever are from a roux, probably even more so than sugar. It's really rough on you. So now that we got that in, let's go ahead and gently whisk everything together and continue whisking until all of the roux dissolves. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our temperature down to medium, and we wanna bring this to a gentle simmer and allow it to simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. Well, now that our bechamel has cooked, we're gonna go ahead and finish it off now. Probably the most important ingredient to the bechamel, to me, is the nutmeg, fresh nutmeg. Let's go ahead and grate a little in there. Really takes it over the top. Now I wanna finish a little salt. Go ahead and whisk it around, and we're gonna go ahead and do two things. One, we're gonna check the taste on it and see if we need to modify anything with a little more nutmeg or with salt. And number two, we also wanna check the consistency, the nappe on it, how nice and thick. So you see how looking at a nice heavy nappe. So when you run your finger through, the finger mark, the sauce is not running through, that's a heavy nappe. So that's what we're looking for. Our seasonings are good. So now we want to strain it. So the first thing, we're going to take our salmon. Right here we have some lovely Alaskan sockeye. When searing fish, first thing you want to do is you want to dry the fish off. Make certain that it's really dry. That's going to enable you to get a better sear on it. And especially the skin side. There we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and season salt. We will season both sides. I will season the other side in the pan. And now we're ready to sear. So now that our bechamel is finished, we now want to make what's called a Mornay sauce. So you take the bechamel, We're gonna add Gruyere cheese. Let's gently fold it in until everything melts. Now we're gonna add Parmesan. The Parmesan is not necessary, this is an option, but I just love Parmesan as much as I love Gruyere. So I think together they make a really nice combination to help elevate your Mornay sauce. So again, we're gonna continue stirring this until everything incorporates and you have a nice smooth cheese sauce. By the way, this makes one hell of a mac and cheese too, just saying. And once it's all incorporated, we're gonna remove it from the heat, put it off to the side, and then work on our fish. We have our pan preheated over medium-high heat. I'll put my hand down to feel the radiate coming up. It should be hot enough. We'll add a little bit of oil. Now, we're gonna put our fish skin side down, press down on it gently, and hold for a few seconds. We're looking to get the entire piece of skin touching the stainless pan. Now, do not touch anything. Let it be. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to move the fish too soon. Don't do that. Don't be that guy or lady. Now that we've removed our fish, have it sitting off to the side, got a little touch of oil. Now I want to sweat some shallots and garlic. Then move it around. We're only going to saute this for about 30 seconds or so. Now we will deglaze with white wine. And we're going to allow this to reduce. We don't want to go quite au sec. We're going to reduce this by about 50%. Now, let's add our spinach. I'm going to go ahead and stir this around. Season with salt. Now that we are wilted, we're going to add our Mornay. Go ahead and stir it around. Well, there you have salmon Florentine. Very easy dish to make. The bechamel will take you a little longer than the rest of the dish, but I gotta be honest, you could make it with just heavy cream. However, whenever you taste heavy cream versus a real bechamel or a Mornay sauce, yeah, it doesn't compare. It really doesn't. The Mornay sauce just takes it over the top. Now, when you put the fish or chicken or whatever protein you choose to do into the cream spinach, I did mine stovetop, which is fine. Or there's an option where you can actually take that and put it into a high temperature oven or broil. And what you do is you can sprinkle some Parmesan over the top. And when it comes out of the oven, it gets slightly brown and a little like a gratin. So wonderful presentation, really nice. So choice is yours. And either way, you're definitely gonna wow your guests. So thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Give it a shot. This meal is pretty easy as they come and has a heck of a lot of flavor. You like it.